now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode number 2 of Verdeux Sessions. And today I want to talk about what do you do when things just don't seem to go your way or how they're planned to be. I know for me, I tend to get frustrated, I get upset, and I'm just like, the situation baffles me and I don't know how to handle the situation because it's completely out of my control. So if you've ever felt like life keeps kicking you when you're trying to get up, this episode is going to be for you. Let's talk a little bit about the reality of situations. A lot of the times, you're not going to see people's hardships. You're not going to see the things that they go through because people only post their wins, right? For me, example, I'll find myself comparing myself to other people. And I'll be like wanting to look this certain way or just want to live this certain way. And it's like the reality of that is that those people are struggling too. Those people have hardships too. Those people are going through things too. They're only posting what they post to make it look good for the gram, for TikTok, for Facebook. It's not real. And so something I had to stop doing was comparing myself, because I'm constantly comparing myself to peers. I'm constantly comparing myself to people, thinking that a lot of the time that I've wasted could have been used for other things. And yeah, maybe it could have been used for other things, but at the end of the day, I know that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I've learned a ton of things for the right reasons. That's the reality of it, that we're constantly in shame because we're in comparison, and comparison is the thief of all joy. Let's face reality number 2. Building a dream is messy and lonely as it's a lonely road, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If it was something that everybody could do, everybody would do it. You know, this world is full of bandwagons. People see the next poppin' thing and they're all onto it. So if everybody could do something, they would all be doing it. When you're on a road to your dreams, there's going to be people who don't support you. There's going to be people who they don't see eye to eye with you. And those times and situations are not going to go your way because these people are not aligned with your dream, with your goal, with your vision. Reality number 3. Consistency matters more than motivation. I'm going to give you guys a little example. So there's been a situation where, I've gained a lot of weight and I've lost a lot of weight, and I've been physically fit and I've been overweight. And something I've learned on this journey is that even when you don't feel like doing something, you go do that shit. You go do it, because at the end of the day, it's not about how you feel. How you feel is not going to get you anywhere. It's contrary action. You got to get up and you got to do what you got to do when you got to do it, not when you want to do it, but when you got to do it. That's something I've learned, is that it's not about when you feel good doing it. It's about doing it on the days you don't and being consistent with it. And that's something I had to train my mindset to, was because I was living in this reality that everything is going to feel good all the time, or is supposed to feel good all the time. And that's not how life works. Life does not feel good all the time. So what have I learned based on these situations? Well, let's start with my music, right? I've learned, let's apply the consistency key there. I've learned that it doesn't matter who likes my music. It doesn't matter what people think about my music. It doesn't matter how I feel when I'm making music. It matters that I post it. It matters that I do it. It matters that I write. The gym. It doesn't matter if I don't feel like going. It doesn't matter if I think I'm too fat to be at the gym. That's not going to change unless I go change it. So I need to get up and go to the gym, right? Launching this podcast, for example, you know what I mean? I learned that I'm going to have to put these videos up every week, even when I don't want to do it, even when life gets busy. Right now, it's super simple for me to do. But one day it's going to get difficult. One day it's going to be a little more time consuming than it usually is. But I'm going to have to stay consistent with it, because that's the goal. The goal is to build a dream, make my dreams a reality, and really get it going. Let's talk about learning to trust God through the uncertainty. Okay? So back to the beginning of this. When things don't go your way, you feel frustrated. Maybe that's because we're operating in self-will. And that's something big that I've learned, and that I'm continuing to, do through my journey of recovery, is how important it is to leave God's will in God's hands. Because if you do things your way, things are going to fall apart and things are not going to go how they're supposed to go. The little things that you can do, you do. But when you absolutely cannot do anything, you give it to God and you sit back and you just let him take the wheel. It's literally, Jesus, take the wheel. You know, like literally, because at the end of the day, what can you do other than what you've already done? And where has what you've done gotten you? If it's gotten you somewhere good, you are doing what you gotta do. If it hasn't gotten you anywhere good, you obviously need to hand it over to God and let him help you. I know I had to. I know I'm going to. I know I'm in the process of that, because let's be honest, my life wasn't going how I wanted it to go. All my dreams were not coming to reality, right? I had to step back and be like, God, here you go. I trust you. You take the wheel. And it's still a challenge every single day. It's still a challenge to do this every single day, because let's be honest, I don't know what's right for myself, right? I know I got to give everything to God, but I don't know how, because I'm a control freak and I like to be in control and just do whatever I do when I want to do it. So at the end of the day, like, I need to be like, here you go, God. You take it. You deal with it. I'm going to relax. I'm going to sit on my hands and do absolutely nothing. So let's talk a little bit about you guys now. I want to know what you guys have been putting off. What have you been taking into your own hands that has not been working out good? What have you been trying to do that just has not worked out? Maybe you're not putting enough time into it. Maybe you're trying, but something's off. What is it? I want to ask you guys. I challenge you today to do one thing that is set out for your goals, to do one thing that's going to set you closer to your goals. And you know, a little bit longer video today. I got a little bit of a chatterbox going. Probably not as long as I want to make it. I am recording on a phone. Hopefully I can get a camera sometime soon. But for now, we're doing what we got to do with what we have. I want to leave you guys with this. Maybe your breakthrough is not on the other side of perfection. Maybe your breakthrough is on the other side of consistency. So I want you to not give up, even if things aren't going your way with your goals. I want you to keep going. And I want you to never stop, okay? And stay consistent. Stay consistent with everything that you're doing. And just keep shooting for the stars. Shoot for the moon. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for above and beyond and whatever else you believe in, right? But the heavens. I believe in the heavens. So we're going to shoot for the heavens. And that's all I got today. Love you guys.